Repeat after me, morning, but repeat after me. No tap water in my cooling system. Tap water kills my engine. You don't believe me? Check. All of this thing here has to be opened like this. Can you see? This is all opened here. It's one open line. This is a water dam, if we can call it that, but check the rust there. Huh? Can you see? Morning, guys. Yeah, it's Fistomatic once again, guys. i20. It was brought in yesterday. Apparently, it has mixed oil and water. I do not know what the full story is. Hey, but this car is looking sorry for itself. Right? It's a i20. I don't know what model it is, but it is a 1.4 G4 FA motor. Okay, so mayo. Okay, so all the water has gone to the oil pan, so we need to take the head out. But let me, if it will start, we'll see. If it starts, it starts. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So let's give you the before the repair, so that we can give a nice after, ne? Hey, but it takes. Yesterday when I wanted to get it into the yard, it didn't. Oh, clutch to start. Oh wow, it started. Wow, it started. There we go. No one is revving it, by the way. It's doing this on its own. So, yeah. So yeah, guys. So, yeah, let's move. So yeah. Scores of war. Hey, it's been a war. Scores of war. Eesh. Scores of war. Okay, guys. So now I have removed the manifold. There was only a bolt or so left. Removing the exhaust manifold and the gasket. These cars are nice because they've got metal gasket for the exhaust manifold anyways. And then a practice that I always do is make sure that I bring, or I fastened where I unfastened, I loosened the bolt, I retighten those hardware, that hardware that I removed. Okay, so this side I'm just removing the intake manifold. Right, so this is the intake manifold side. It comes with a plastic manifold to save weight, of course. I think if they had an option of fitting in plastic exhaust manifold, they would. But anyway, yeah, we're carrying on here. I'm just removing the intake manifold. The intake manifold is the one that is responsible for the fuel and air intake, right? It has injectors on that side, and yeah, the throttle body as well. Okay, and then yeah, I'm just working my way out there. being careful not to break anything. You need to make sure that you've removed all the bolts. You see, right now I'm just seeing that center bolt is out, making sure that everything is fine, and then it's out, it pops out. And then there's a pipe there that I didn't see before. Guys, this is the first time I'm removing this engine. I'm used to gas engine and everything like that. But yeah, we are done. Alright. It took a long time for me, but for you, it's only just a few seconds. So yeah, complete. Great, fantastic. So yeah, guys, you see what I meant? It's supposed to be like this. Hey, I know. Yeah. Hey guys, it's happening. Ziyabuya. I'm taking the block out, and it's my first time using a crane jack. Hey guys, it makes life so easy. So yeah, I was about to assemble the car when I found out that no, this is what that means is that you can't skim only the cylinder head, you have to skim also the block. So here I am taking the block out, but it helped the customer cause now even the clutch is done. Even the clutch is done for. You see, there's no grooves there, there's nothing. I think this is an original clutch from factory, because even when I was cranking, even when I was loosening up the gearbox to the block, it was popping, if that makes sense. So yeah.